It's time to get uncomfortable with Ariel. My name is Ariel Garza. For those of you who are visiting my channel for the very first time, welcome. This channel is intended for individuals who are currently in unhealthy relationships or who have been in unhealthy relationships in the past. My purpose of this channel is to offer a place of support for women or men who are currently in these kinds of relationships and struggling to find a way out. I encourage you to send me an email. My email address is lguncomfortable@gmail.com, short for let's get uncomfortable at gmail.com, and ask me some questions. For those of you who have been in this position before, I encourage you as well to send me an email and just discuss your experience with the rest of us. Ask me questions, and my goal is to just offer comfort, offer support, and just show the individuals that are still in these kinds of relationships that you're not alone. There are a lot of people who have been in your experience before, and we're here for you, and we ultimately want to help you get out. Okay, down to the good stuff. Again, go ahead and like this video if you like it. Go ahead and dislike the video if you dislike it. If you're excited for some videos in the future, I encourage you to comment in the comment section below. Let's get uncomfortable. Again, you can send me an email, lguncomfortable@gmail.com, and we can go from there. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for me, go ahead and leave those in the comments below as well, and I'd be happy to see those. Today, I'm going to go over a few signs of abusive relationships. I was online and I went to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Their website is www.thehotline.org, and on there is a list of some warning signs that basically are warning signs of an unhealthy relationship. So I wrote down a few of them, and I'm going to go ahead and go over them. I encourage you guys to go to the site, take a look at it for the rest of the warning signs. I picked out 5, and we're going to get started. The very first one that popped out to me is extreme jealousy. The reason why that popped out to me is because I think when people read that, you think, well, my partner is not extremely jealous. In my case, I was the extremely jealous individual in the relationship. And I've gotten a lot better. When I got with my now fiance, I was extremely jealous of I was just crazy. So a sign of being in an unhealthy relationship is either your partner is extremely jealous or you're extremely jealous. Why are you extremely jealous? Maybe your partner's not being faithful. Maybe your partner's being sneaky behind your back. So if there is extreme jealousy, whether that be on your side or on your partner's side, that is a red flag that you're in an unhealthy relationship. The second one that I wrote down is your partner insults, shames, and puts you down. I couldn't count how many times on all my fingers and toes, how many times I was insulted, how many times I was called a bitch, how many times I was told that if something went wrong, it was my fault. So this is a really big red flag. I think, the main thing is if your partner does anything in secret when it's just you and your partner and wouldn't do it in front of anyone else, or even if they do it in front of someone else. One time I remember when I was in high school, I went to a party and I found out that my partner, my ex-boyfriend at the time, was going to be there. He didn't tell me he was going to be there. I showed up with one of my girlfriends because, again, I was extremely jealous. End up showing up at the party. He was obviously not happy to see me there. And by the end of the night, we were in the bathroom arguing, and he poured a bottle of beer over my head. And I'll never forget that, because he literally just grabbed his bottle and just went right over my head and just walked out. And I was shocked. That's just one. Now, in my current relationship, me and my fiance, we don't call each other names. He's never called me a bitch. We don't even tell each other to shut up. Sometimes when I'm just messing with him, I will tell him to shut up, and he'll be like, hey, don't say shut up. So insulting, shaming, and putting your partner down, or you getting put down, is a huge red flag and a warning sign that you are in an unhealthy relationship. The next bullet point that I jotted down was your partner controls every penny in the household. That's a really big red flag. In my case, when I was in my relationship, I paid for all the bills. Well, I paid for the majority of the bills. And the funny thing is even though I was paying about 80% of the bills and he was paying whatever he could manage to afford that month, I was blamed for not getting the bills paid, late bills. I was held responsible for putting dinner on the table every night, having food, having a reliable vehicle, having gas. So that's another warning sign of an unhealthy relationship. If I wanted to spend some money on myself, it was crazy, but come Christmas time, he was asking for a gift that was $200 and above. So keep that in mind. If you have a partner who you feel like you can't purchase what you want to purchase when you're working for the money that you're purchasing those items for, that's a sign of being in an unhealthy relationship. Another one that I wrote down kind of goes along with the one I just discussed. They take your money and they refuse to pay for expenses. Huge red flag. The most important thing is that we all work for our money. We all work to pay our bills, and we all spend that time away from home and from our families to be able to buy what we want, pay our rent, pay our car payment. If you are in a relationship with a person that refuses to help you with those payments or refuses to buy groceries to feed the both of you, or refuses to split half of the rent with you because you guys are living together, I mean, it's common sense. It's another sign that you're in an unhealthy relationship. Now, with me and my fiance, the way that we've always done things is, now that we're living together, we split rent right down the middle. We split groceries right down the middle most of the time. A lot of the time, my fiance will purchase those things and he won't expect me to pay him back, or you owe me $10. I paid for groceries last time. Petty stuff like that. The fifth and final bullet point that I jotted down that kind of stood out to me was they prevent you from working or attending school. When I was in this unhealthy relationship of mine for 10 years, I was struggling going to work full time. I was struggling being a full-time student. And I was also held responsible for getting my partner to and from work for about 3 years. So I had to revolve my schedule around his work schedule. I helped him find multiple jobs, and in doing so, I lost a couple of jobs, and I didn't get the grades that I know I could have received had I been focused on my priorities and the things that I needed to do. If you have a partner who doesn't want you to work or doesn't want you to go to school, that's a sign of being in an unhealthy relationship. My fiance now, I love him so much. He's an angel. He encourages me to do whatever I want. If you have a partner who discourages you from being you and doing what you want to do and following your dreams and, you know, doing better for yourself, you don't need that person. You should never feel like you should be a different person, or you're doing things wrong, or your family is annoying and they don't want to hang out with them. You should never feel like that when you're in a healthy relationship. So, what do you guys think? Let me know your suggestions. Let me know if you have any questions. Go ahead and send me an email if you related to this video and you have additional, you want to share your experience with me. Email me if you have any questions. If you're questioning, well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Send me an email. I want you guys to please like or dislike this video. If I was annoying, go ahead and dislike it. I don't care. Send me an email. I encourage you guys. Have you guys ever got laser treatment? This is my second round, and my left armpit is way more crazy than my right, but I recommend it. I appreciate you guys visiting my channel, and I will see you guys soon.